Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne.
From the heart, Trevor, go.
Hi.
Zach, keep you on your toes.
Let's go.
Hey, so do the intro. No.
Just go.
From the heart of
2019.
No, it's the very beginning.
in the street of I don't fucking know.
Well, he's the first casualty of the. Jesse drops the first F-bomb on Podzilla in 2019. Give it up. Yeah. Allie.
Glad to have taken that title.
Release the balloons.
Allie. Release the balloons, Allie.
Mandy's
the
gonna
baboons?
Damn.
They're everywhere.
Look
I
at all
love
these
these
balloons.
colors.
Mandy's just gonna be so upset that she's not the first one to say fuck on Podzilla 1985.
And there's all the balloons Allie released have F and U and C and K on them. She won't say it, but she will buy balloons for them.
Yeah. There's pictures of Mandy's face on them. How'd you do that?
So it says "fuck Mandy."
Yeah.
Jeez, feud of the year.
You know, so she's not
Very
going to
mean,
she's not
Alec.
going to listen to this.
Camera girl versus camera girl.
You need to then do it on Thursday too. Just like your intro, just I got the first one. And then if she tries to debate it, then be like, I already did.
No, we already beat you on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
All right. So welcome to the show. We took a week off for Christmas. We are back. It's 2019. It's a new year. It's a new us. We're all different, all new.
Literally nothing is different or new.
It's all new, all
Damn.
different Marvel.
I'm wearing
all
glasses.
new, all different Podzilla 1985.
Yeah, the only real difference is this is the first show that Trevor and Shannon have been on together.
Not true.
That's
we did.
not
No,
true.
that is not true. We
did
did
Nurse
Direct Hire.
That's the first show that Plus, wasn't he
There we
on
go. And
our
Lindsey.
Nicktoons episode, or you weren't on that one?
I probably wasn't on that one.
I think this might be the first show I'm on with Allie.
It's
Yes,
first show
that
today.
is true.
Yeah, I did miss a Thursday show that you.
That was
subbed
our
in on.
Nickelodeon one.
Yes.
Why
I
wasn't I
remember
there
that
for
now.
that?
Because you didn't watch Nickelodeon as a kid because you were a deprived child that just liked to watch the news.
Yeah, but where was I? Because I would have been here. I would have bullshit my way through
In
it.
hell, clearly.
Yeah, well, I mean, every day.
Maybe you were.
Maybe I
was in St.
you were
Louis.
out of town with Allie.
Or you just
Possibly.
weren't feeling good.
On any of these are possible. Let me introduce the cast. If this is the first time you're listening to Podzilla 1985, I'm sorry. We're going to try to get through this one as best we can. My name is Shannon Young. I'm the host for tonight. Down at the end of the table, we have one of our other hosts, Mr. Jess Kimball,
Hey, that's me.
with his Colts hat.
That's right.
We've got Allie Abear
Hello.
with her 21 Pilots hoodie.
Yep.
Lindsay Wolfgong
Yo.
with her
I'm wearing my North Face hoodie because I'm
North
cold.
Face because she's cold. Whatever. Mr. Trevor Camp, who's making his first curse word debut.
Yeah.
On the show.
I
He's
figured
excited
out
about
which
that.
curse word's going to be my first yet. We're
So-
just going to let it happen naturally.
He was able to swear on that Thursday show with the Nicktoons.
Ah,
but
shit.
did he?
I don't
I
remember
don't think he
swearing.
did
I don't
because
know.
I don't think we told him he could.
Yeah.
So I don't think it happened.
So, just so you guys know, this isn't going to be the norm going forward where it's just like every show. Although, to be fair, also, before we get too far, the 5-star man, Asa Gray, is here
Just
tonight.
say, yeah, I'm just not going to get introduced.
No, I was saving you for last. The best.
Neither of you also got your appearances mentioned.
My appearances.
Like what shows
Oh,
you're
I'm
on.
sorry. Trevor, who is sporting the loveliest lumberjack ensemble,
I own nothing but plaid.
and Asa Gray, who is in his finest.
Stepdad's old shirt. because it's warm as hell.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
It's
that
a very stepdad shirt. Like
It
no,
is
it's a
such
lovely
a
shirt.
stepdad
It's a lovely
shirt.
shirt.
It's like a terrible
Like, you
orange
are-
Henley.
Like, that shirt looks like you are a wonderful yet distant father figure
It looks
to
like
somebody else's kids.
it looks like you decided that your pajamas were your clothes now.
Yes.
And you just wore that out.
If it wasn't for the fact I had
Yes,
to go to
but those
family
types
dinner,
of
I would
shirts
be
are
in
so
pajama
comfy.
pants. I got a pair of like Stafford pajama pants for Christmas.
Yeah.
They are wonderful. They're fleece and they're warm. I almost wore them to work on Monday.
You were
I don't know what
definitely.
They
Stafford
said
means.
it's a brand.
I mean, I
They do,
understand
like,
it's a
dress
brand,
shirts.
but I've never heard of that brand. So.
It's mostly like dress shirts.
Hold
and-
on. Did you just say I know it's a brand, but I've never heard of that brand?
Because I got it from context.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'll let it go. It's 2019.
You clearly don't buy dress shirts from JCPenney.
That is accurate.
Uncultured swine.
I think
though.
that's the only place I've ever seen that brand. No, it might be at Kohl's.
I do buy dress shirts from Kohl's.
I like to have fun with Google Home Mini. I bought one for Christmas.
Every day.
Yeah. And one of the things I asked it was like Google Home, where can I buy
Go home.
G-strings? And the first thing, no matter what lingerie type item I say, the first answer is always Kohl's. And I think like I did not know Kohl's sold
I
those.
thought the first answer was
did.
Walmart.
On
and
some
then
of it.
Kohl's.
On some of it. Not Walmart doesn't carry everything. They only get so dirty.
Kohl's has a large selection of risque lingerie, surprisingly large.
I guess I don't go to Kohl's enough because
We
I didn't
really
know. I don't even know what.
Forever.
I thought Kohl's was like a Lowe's. I always got them confused.
No.
They are right next to each other.
In fair,
Very different, though.
when I go to Kohl's,
Wrong.
I walk in and I immediately turn left
Same.
because that's just where all the guy stuff is.
I
and
have
that's-
never turned right.
I immediately turned right.
Because none of you guys are married.
Lindsay, didn't I get that
Yeah.
nice jacket at Kohl's though?
And then you returned it because it was too tight in the shoulders.
It's true. I have big shoulders. It's
Kohl's has some good stuff.
I like
uncomfortable.
Kohl's a lot.
I never go unless my mom has like Kohl's
I make
cash
mom
or
buy
coupons
towels
or
there from
something.
there for me.
Did she buy me my denim jacket from there?
No, she
Okay,
ordered
good.
that through a different
Because
thing.
then I was not gonna endorse Kohl's. Because that denim jacket is like it comes to my navel almost.
I've seen that denim jacket.
And it's like the weird part about it is it's too short, but it's also too wide. So I just look like a big round.
I'm sorry, I just hear ring gear. It's a unique look. Not everybody can sport the navel length denim jacket.
I'll tell you, if I had a body
Give
like
everybody a good look at the hernia.
if I had like a Justin Smart body, I would wear that. But yeah, no, I don't. So speaking of the hernia, did I tell you Mikey was in here the other day with Mandy and Justin, and Mikey had some sticks,
oh no.
and Mikey thought it would be fun to like hit people with the sticks. I know he hit Jesse with it because Jesse had to take the sticks away.
Yeah.
Mikey then jabbed me directly in the hernia with the stick hard,
Just putting it back in.
and then went for a second one after I asked him not to. And I thought, boy, kids are wonderful.
He didn't go for a third.
He didn't because at that point I think I turned away and like hid behind Jesse, who was my meat shield.
Meat shield.
I didn't think it had gone that far. I thought Mandy said no, and then that was it.
It might have been that. I don't know. I lose long tracks of time these days.
That kid's young. Just bounce him off the wall. At that age, they're like 90% like rubber and
I could
cartilage.
choke slam him straight to hell, and
He'd
no
be
one would
fine.
know.
He'd
Yeah.
be fine. He'd bounce.
He'd get right back up.
So, as a state of the show address here, I was going to say at the beginning that this is not the way going forward that we're just going to be cussing. That's going to be uncensored like it used to be. But then I stopped myself because I realized that we cuss a lot more on all the shows now than we ever did. I think the only show where we don't cuss every week is Nerd Up.
Nerds for Hire doesn't cuss.
Well, even wrestling, we cuss on there at this
Well,
point.
there's a fine difference. Like, there's a difference between going back to the old ways and cussing.
Yeah, we'll never go back to the old
Because
ways.
the old ways wasn't just cussing; it was saying the most offensive
Yeah.
shit you could think of.
Yeah. Which some people liked. I hear Tori Class is a big fan, and I'm sure Zane Laney hasn't given me any like grief yet.
But
so.
did Zane come in after we had?
I'm pretty sure he did.
after the shift.
I think Zane came in about a year and a half ago, probably 2 years ago. Zane, let us know. I know you're listening. When did you start listening to Podzilla?
if you remember.
If you remember,
What were you wearing?
he might have
He
been.
knows exactly. It was a very important day.
may
To
have-
us, it was just a Tuesday, but it was the most important day in Zane
It was the
Lane's
most
life.
important day in podcasting to Zane Laney ever. I want to start off today by talking about. I want to ask you guys what you got for Christmas. We haven't talked to our fans since before Christmas, so they're probably wondering what did the Podzilla guys get for Christmas. Trevor.
Oh, we went with me first. Okay.
Well,
Awesome.
It's because he doesn't get to talk to you.
It's true.
that's true. I hardly ever see him.
Plus, I'm pretty sure he knows what at least 1/3 of this table got. Half this
True.
table got.
Half.
I'm not good with fractions.
God.
I mean, like any red-blooded white American, I got a lot of stuff that I didn't need.
Yes.
A lot of stuff I didn't need. I would say probably my favorite. My wife got me an autographed Gordon Ramsay cookbook for Christmas.
That's legit.
That's
She
cool.
won that.
She won that?
Yeah, no, she won Christmas.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant she won
no,
it.
she bought
That's
that.
great that she won it and just like, I don't want it. Here you
Here
go.
you go. Have this.
I'm a big Gordon Ramsay fan.
Who isn't?
It's true. It's
I wasn't
something
at
about
first.
that angry, distant father figure thing that
Well, no,
appeals to
'cause
me.
No, whenever he's with kids, he's amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't like Gordon
Why
Ramsay
not?
until I saw that he had a sense of humor and that,
Because if all you know Gordon Ramsay from are like the commercial spots for Hell's Kitchen,
yeah.
then you have a terrible viewpoint of Gordon Ramsay because
Yeah.
you're just seeing him being an unapologetic like dick
Yeah.
to these people who are just like trying their best.
Right.
But every other show that he does, he shows like his humanity and his heart, and like
Yeah.
even the kid, like whatever the
The
America's
Because they had a
Next
Hell's
Top
Kitchen
Chef
for
or whatever.
kids, didn't they?
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't
it was-
called Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
It's
no,
Master
it's
Chef.
Master-
I've seen
yeah.
every show he does.
And because I
Trust
think
me.
someone asked him, "Well, you're amazing with kids. You're nice, all this stuff." And then you go to Hell's Kitchen. He goes, "Well, the people in Hell's Kitchen are professionals. They're supposed to know what they're supposed to know what they're doing."
Or at the very least, they're people that own a restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're people.
Some of them are
And then
just
these are
cooks.
kids. They don't know what they're doing. I'm supposed to
Right.
help them learn.
They're people that know who I am. If you come onto a show that says Gordon Ramsay's on the card, you know what you're in for.
The
It's true.
I used to feel the same way about Simon Cowell, by the way.
yeah.
I thought he was just the biggest dick until like you see him in other stuff and realize that he's a nice
Oh no,
guy.
he's pretty much just playing a role in
Right.
American Idol.
Yeah.
The early, I don't know if it's the early seasons or what, but there's a stretch of episodes of Kitchen Nightmares, the British one.
Oh, the British ones, he's super nice.
The British ones are amazing. But there's a stretch where he always finds an excuse to be giving an interview while he's changing his shirt.
Oh, yeah. He
Because
likes to do
he
that.
takes off his shirt and because he's ripped, like of course he would.
Of course he is. He's a chef.
If
I mean, I would.
Again, if I had the body for it, we would absolutely be doing video podcasts.
You know, if
And it would be
we
uncomfortable
all had
because
the
I would
body
always
for
be
it,
shirtless.
none of us would be wearing clothes in general. Yeah.
But no, it's always like he's doing the talking head, like, okay, I've been to the kitchen, now I have to go and do what it's his game plan for what's coming next. And he's taking off his soccer jersey so he can put on his chef whites.
I was really hoping you would say
It's
that
always on
he takes
camera.
off his
Every
chef
time.
whites and then puts it back on at the end and just walks off.
He's not changing his clothes.
No, he's just-
like, just reminding the audience.
This is for you. Yeah, eat what I cook.
we're
and
making a
you
show
can look
here.
like this. Well, that sounds like a very good gift.
It was a solid gift.
Yeah. Hey, so what was your favorite gift at Christmas? Or you don't have to say favorite in case anyone's listening, and then you don't want to alienate
They're
the other
not.
one by saying that one was your favorite.
They're not at all. I got a lot of really cool stuff. I really like those pajama pants I got. I think if my favorite would probably be I got my replacement Carhartt hoodie because it's the warmest thing I've ever owned and I lost it and I don't know where it went. So I got my new one there. So that was super
Watch
exciting.
Lindsay, because she likes warm things. She may have taken it.
No, over like I will cut someone.
I know.
Now that I have it, this one is mine. This one is special.
You're actually-
I bought my own fuzzy coat. Thank you.
You're actually getting it sewn onto your skin.
Although I will say, I think my favorite gift though was the one that everyone at Podzilla
Mother-
got
I
me.
knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
And you just
Knew he was gonna
when
do
you
it.
gifted me with that Podzilla, the PZ85 Smash Championship. That was very.
Well,
It's displaying very.
it was the only way
prominently.
you were ever going to hold it.
It's displaying prominently. In my room.
You're basically the $1 million man of Podzilla at this point.
I don't know. You guys gave it to me. You knew it was just a matter of time.
Well, you know what really bothers me is that gift was there the entire time, and not once did I look in it. Being the nosy person that I am, I normally would look, and I didn't. So when he pulled it out, I was literally surprised, and I don't like that feeling.
I don't know why
Jesse-
you were surprised. You knew what it was.
Motherfucker. Jesse, please.
As soon as he asked for it to be filmed, I knew what it was.
Oh, yeah, that. As soon as I looked at
I just
Ethan,
wanted
and I
to
was
share
like,
the moment.
when we looked at Ethan, it was like, Ethan, did you? Because that's what it said from everyone at Podzilla. I was like, why did Ethan put that on the tag? That's weird. And Ethan was like, I knew something was like,
Wait, Ethan, that's not your Secret Santa gift to him? No.
oh.
Oh, this is it. Hands.
It goes from, this is like big gift bag and everything. It has a Best Buy bag.
The gorgeous gold paper.
Way too much thought in that for Ethan to do it. That came out wrong. Jesse, please.
Oh, yeah.
Happy New Year.
Thanks. I got so from my siblings and mom, they got me a new Xbox One controller. They got me one of the custom ones from the shop,
Yeah.
or the Design Your Own Lab or whatever it is for Xbox.
Design Lab.
Yeah, the Design Lab. And it's
Expensive, too.
it's a Colts controller.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's got like the cool rubber grips on the back. Like it's got the Colts logo on the front. So just a nice looking controller.
I don't know why, but I want Jesse to go to a Colts game and like cheer, and then someone from Indianapolis go, "Oh, you from Indy?" He's like, "I'm from Cape Girardeau, Missouri," and they just like look at him and walk off.
I've been to Colts games.
They'll
St.
just be
Gas
they'll
fan.
just be excited. They'll just be excited that someone's cheering the Colts.
Do they
Yeah,
not,
true.
do they not take that stance of, "Oh, you're not from here, you can't cheer our team"?
I mean, when
No.
you've only got 6 people on that side
The
of
only-
the stadium,
no
you
one-
just make friends.
No one does that outside of high school.
Yeah,
Like high school and college sports.
You would think that was legitimately. I've never been to a professional sports game. Legitimately never been to one, but I did cover a
It's
lot
super
of
fun.
college
You should.
games.
It depends on the sport and how invested you
We
are
ought
in
to
it.
take you to a hockey game.
I
Sometimes
would
it's
like
fun
a
to
hockey
wander
game.
around the stadium.
I
while
would go
things
to
are
a hockey
happening.
game.
fair
Super
enough.
fun.
I mean, well, do you consider wrestling? Because I obviously have been to wrestling events,
No.
but yeah, because people still cheer and
Because you need to pay attention to the wrestling events.
it's true.
God damn.
I mean, it's true.
I'm sorry, I can move away for 5 minutes and they're still at the same yard line.
Well, I
or
mean,
it's
bottom
still
of
the same
fifth.
inning.
Yeah.
Baseball, fight me. Baseball is boring as hell.
Oh, it
it's
is
so boring.
The
You're
fun
not
part
wrong.
about baseball games is what they do in between the innings.
Or unless you're playing it. Baseball's one of those games that I can't watch. I have to be playing baseball because I just can't sit there and I can't. People have invited me. She tried to get me to go to a Cardinals game for my birthday one year, and I
Yeah,
refused.
so it would have been free tickets too.
And I refused.
I mean, it's like I don't mind going to Cardinal games. Like they're being at the game
Being at
is
the
more
game's
fun.
Well, but it feels like a
Then-
nightmare. Like having to, even from wrestling, getting to the event, trying to get out when everyone else is trying to leave. You know, and probably I assume I wouldn't get good seats at a baseball game. And if you don't get good seats at a baseball game, I mean, my God, you're just sitting up in the stands.
That's one benefit.
I
fuck
had more
all.
fun at the minor league games I went to back home than
I did not-
the major league
My
games.
parents have been going to minor league games a lot.
Like,
more
we used to
recently.
go to the Erie
They're the way to
Seawolves
go.
games all the time.
I mean, I used to cover college or baseball in college because that was my scholarship was a sports journalist scholarship, and I had to cover the baseball games.
And
And
I've
I,
never been to a professional sports
no,
event.
no, but
In
I was a good reporter. But what I hated was talking to the coaches after they lost. That is the most uncomfortable shit in the world.
Oh, that'd be the best.
Oh,
they
no, I was
oh.
afraid of them because, like, the one, especially the basketball coach, he looked so mad. And he almost got thrown out of so many games. And there was one time I remember specifically, I walked toward him to do the interview, and I changed my mind. I was like, you know what? I'll just write this up. And as I walk away, he goes, nah, Shannon, come on. Come on, we got to do this. I really don't want to do this with you, sir.
Do I
Which, in
have
fairness,
to?
like going to sports games, like that is one of the benefits. The same thing at like wrestling shows is there's really not, unless you get like an obstructed view, there's not terrible seats.
No.
Like you always have
Yeah.
a pretty decent, like baseball, maybe if you're like stuck in the outfield and it's a very
Like way up.
and it's a very pitcher heavy game. Like if the pitcher's having a great game, then that can get a little
You're
boring.
just watching the screen the whole time.
No, hockey's fun to watch, and honestly, like soccer's fun to watch because there's at least constantly motion. The same kind of thing with basketball, even though I'm not a fan of basketball at all.
I can't do basketball, and Tanner can back me up on this, just because where we're from, the basketball games were so heated. People were getting booted out left and right every game, and like it just makes me uncomfortable. And
You had to go to neutral courts.
I don't like that. Hockey though,
Okay.
is it cold?
Okay. Oh,
It
now I
is
made myself
cold in the sense that you're going to want to wear a hoodie
Okay.
a lot of the times. I mean, there's ice on the rink. They're keeping it cold. So it's a little chillier. Like, and everybody's wearing hockey jerseys, which are pretty warm anyway. So
Yeah.
they make it cool enough where you can wear a hockey jersey and not sweat.
Because I heard Lindsay say I go to a hockey game, and I'm wondering, like, would she be like she is when
She's out
we
there
go
in a
out?
parka.
When
and
she's got like
a
5 layers
headphone.
on.
I'll be like your SNL skit that you really love.
It's cold here.
It's cold.
Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper.
There's no vowels in that name.
I thought you were going to say like The Simpsons when Marge had the candy, so it looked like she had 20 layers on. And that would be you.
Now, if my wife can go and not have to wear 17 layers, then Lindsay, you're fine.
I mean, I just wear a hat and gloves. I'll be fine.
Yeah. But I mean, just when you're in the apartment, you wear a hat and gloves.
No, I don't. You
2 hoodies and a
liar.
jacket, and
You're
then you have a
such
blanket
a
on too.
liar.
In fairness, she has a
A
hoodie
third
on all
person
year
that's
round.
called me a liar in the
You're
past 2
such
days.
a
Stop lying.
liar.
Maybe you's a liar.
Why are you always lying?
Why you always lie?
Also, on the plus side of hockey games, tickets, you can get them for like $30.
I never thought hockey was like an expensive game to go to.
It's not if you don't mind sitting in the nosebleeds, but honestly, our stadium here, the nosebleeds are good seats. There's no bad seats.
I want to be right next to the glass. So,
So
if
that when someone
smashed
smashes
in,
into
yeah,
it-
You're going
Plus-
to pay about $200 to $300 a ticket.
I don't want that.
Which that's one benefit of the Blues being consistently lackluster.
It's true.
Is that
Our
the tickets are
Man, yeah, that's the worst part about the Rams being gone from St. Louis.
It's now
No
the
cheap
Blues.
tickets.
Those like I've sat in phenomenal seats in that stadium for like
For a song.
yeah, for
$20.
$60.
Yeah.
Like I think one year we got like box adjacent seats in that stadium for like literally $40 a piece.
That's because someone stopped you on the street like, hey, please, we need we need bodies.
We need bodies in here. $40 and you're in.
The first time we ever went to a CCW show, not the first time, because the first CCW show we went to, we were in like the 3rd row, I think, because we didn't want to sit near people. It was the opposite of like when we go.
Yeah.
So me and Tanner and Allie sat away. But after that, being front row at a wrestling event, like even though it was indie and it wasn't like the quote unquote big stars, it's so different being so close to the ring versus going to a WWE show and being 17 rows back, you know? It's
Well, even
incredible.
front row to WWE show versus an indie show, you're still a good 5-10 feet closer
Yeah,
because with all the barricades and the extra space.
right.
But yeah, also that's more fun. That's more fun at indie shows because when you heckle the wrestlers, they are very likely to heckle you back.
Yes.
And get in your face, and yeah, that's always fun.
They want to put on a good show.
Exactly.
Yeah, they love
and
the
that's
fans.
and that's a fun. That's the one of the they don't. Gronk ain't getting in someone's face from He's not having to drop the 30 yards from the sidelines to the first row of seats behind the
He has
coaches.
yelled at people on his way out of stadiums before, though,
God.
like walking out.
When you mention Gronk, all I can think about is that WrestleMania where Gronk. So it was the Battle Royal, and Mojo Rawley was in trouble, and Gronk jumps the rail to go in to help, and the security guard
Planned
didn't
spot.
know.
Planned spot.
Yeah,
Like he was always supposed to, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
reason he was front row. is
I
because
watched
he-
this live. I
Yeah.
was there with you guys.
and security guard didn't know and grabbed him and held him back. Was like, no, and he's like, I gotta go in there.
Do you know that's the same security guard that tackled the hell out of Enzo?
Yeah, I like her. She needs a promotion. Allie, what about Christmas? What'd you get for Christmas?
I got a Gizmo doll from, wasn't it the first run?
Yeah,
of
from the
Gizmo
80s.
dolls? Yeah, which is really cool.
I was down at Toy Bomb. I was picking up. I was actually going down there for advertising stuff, and I see it, and I was like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's a '80s Gizmo doll. It still has the tags on it and everything." So I snatched it up immediately. By the way, Toy Bomb, best toy store in Cape Girardeau, down here on Broadway, not too far from us. So make sure you check out Toy Bomb. Go see Matt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there was another one, is what I was going to say. Only?
Yeah, I was gonna say by default.
Oh, toy stores.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there you have your WalMarts and your Targets and stuff like that, but
Wouldn't call those toy stores just
They are stores with a toy section.
yeah,
Right.
He is a
Similarly, I
he is
wouldn't-
he is a
dedicated
toy
toy
store.
store.
yeah.
Yeah.
Similarly, I wouldn't call Walmart a video game store.
Especially because they don't even know.
That's
And how
true.
the fuck are those arcade cabinets not on sale yet?
Man, I don't know.
Because I need them to go on sale so I can get one. You got stacks of them.
They will, I'm sure they will be at some point.
Oh, I know. And that's why I'm holding off. That's why I haven't. Because you know me.
They're gonna be on
You're
clearance for
responsible
like
spend, monster.
$40 at some point.
Like
And
the big, like
Oh, and wait.
the big ones.
Yeah.
Oh, see, and I feel like even when those go on clearance, like they're not going to drop below $2.
So GameStop had them on sale for like $230 plus an extra discount. And some Walmarts have, I guess Walmarts are local sometimes. Because some Walmarts had them on sale for $150 at Christmas.
Well, yeah, the one up where I work, they've got Pokemon cards down to $333, and the ones in town are still normal price.
Yeah. So if they go down to $150, I'm going to pick me one up for sure. Because I love those things.
I do. I went to Best Buy today, and I do feel a lot better having bought Starlink now because it's back to 75. They didn't have any, but they had clearly ripped the sticker off of.
I think I
those
picked
displays.
up the last 3 ships they had. I picked them up.
They had one.
Was it the red one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have now I know we're off topic here. Allie, I'm so
I have
sorry.
no idea what we're talking about.
I have
Christmas.
7 ships now, and they just sit there on my tabletop. Starlink.
Yeah, I got 4
it's
or 5.
you know Skylanders, those games with the toys.
Yeah.
It's similar to that, except it plays kind of like Star Fox and slash.
It's
No
a
Man's
good
Sky.
Star Fox game.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you get pilots and the ship.
The
and
Switch
you put the
version
pilot
comes
in the ship and play.
and the Switch version has a actual R-Wing and Star Fox.
Yes.
Like you can get the bundle where it's actually
Yeah.
Star Fox.
It's neat.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's legit. And then they have all these extra
I've
ships
never
you can
been.
buy.
I've never been a guy though who was like, "Oh, you get this game and you got to buy the figures." And
I am not either. But there's just something about this aesthetic
Yeah.
that
Because they're
works.
spaceships.
it's
And they're really
super
cool design
spaceships.
ships
You
at
can
that.
swap out the weapons.
Yeah.
Like, so you can buy little weapon packs that then you
Mm-hmm.
can unclip and put them on, and then the game registers the fact that you just changed that.
Yeah.
It just seems like a gimmick to get you to spend more money on a game.
It absolutely is.
None of us are
but
fooled.
it looks cool.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Because
It's a successful one.
It's the same thing with amiibos or like the
Skylanders.
Skylanders or
Yeah.
the Disney Infinity.
Except amiibos are even more useless for the most part. Like all those Smash amiibos. Train your amiibo and fight against him. Why?
Can you still do that in
Yeah.
Ultimate? Okay.
But like, who gives a shit?
I mean, when we were doing like the amiibo fights, that was really cool.
That was fun. I want to do another one of those. But like, that's the only situation where I thought that was fun. Was with the Amiibo Royal Rumble, as we called it. You know? Because like, I don't want to fight my amiibo. He's better than me.
yeah,
I know, I only
the
want-
amiibos get real good real fast.
I only want to play when I'm going to win.
Yeah.
That's why I hate Call of Duty so much now.
It's that Lisa Simpson thing. I thought you wanted a challenge. Yes, a challenge I could beat.
Exactly.
All right, Allie, anything else you want to mention?
I also got Cat Quest, and it's a great game.
She has been enjoying Cat Quest, and that makes me very happy.
What is Cat Quest?
Legend of Zelda with cats.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah,
much,
it's
yeah.
All right.
Action RPG where you play a cat that slays dragons.
What'd you call it? The Dova Kitty?
The Dover Kitty. Yeah.
That's stupid. I love it.
It's so adorable.
Yeah, they really missed out on that in the right, like in the game. Like they
I
should.
feel like someone pitched it, but they realized we don't want to get sued.
Oh,
And Bethesda absolutely would have.
but then
Bethesda
one of
needs some money right now, and
one
they'll
of their
just take our
quests,
company.
One of their quests, it pops up in giant letters in very eerily similar letters. It's called the Lion King. And I was like, oh, somebody getting sued? Disney don't play that shit. I can't even say their name 3 times.
That's
the mouse
different.
just shows up and he with a bill.
Shows up, kicks you in the shins and takes your wallet.
He would not have been satisfied with just Shannon's wallet.
Well, right now he would because I have a bunch of money in it because we forgot to go to the ATM.
Yeah, but is that a bunch of money to the mouse?
Oh, God, no. To him, it's a tip.
That's just rent.
I don't even think it would have been a tip. Like
Rent. Unless he's going back to where he grew up.
Mouse don't rent.
And some, in some fucking hole in the,
The
wall.
mouse
And some,
Owns.
The actual like cartoon mouse hole
yeah.
in the baseboards of a wall.
Lindsay, what
Jerry
about you?
lives.
I got a whole bunch of pop vinyl figures, which
She
was
did.
apparently unintentional.
Yeah, I got her a box of Fraggles.
Yes, I have all my Fraggles. I'm missing Sprocket, though. I still need to find Sprocket.
He's a dog.
And I got Gizmo Duck, so my DuckTales collection is once again complete
Yes.
as far as that goes. And I got my Alphonse figure from Fullmetal Alchemist with all the kitty cats, which
We
is
found that
adorable.
randomly. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to get so many pops for Christmas. It just kind of happens.
And I got.
You didn't mean to buy so many for people, or
Yeah.
you didn't? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to buy so many. Mostly Lindsay, because I think I got Allie 1 pop.
I have like 11.
Was it 2? It was 2. Because I got her the goat from, what was that movie called? The Witch? Yeah.
Like the VV.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
I got, is his name Black Phillip or
okay,
something
at
like that?
some point, like Funko needs to be stopped because, like, here's an adorable little goat from this
Demonic
like, yeah,
movie.
it's
Yeah, like they don't
horror.
even know who he was. They're like, well, he's cute. What does he do? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Just print him. Just print him. Because I think his name's Black Phillip. That's his actual. Fuck, this is gonna drive me crazy now.
Black Phillip the goat.
He's the devil,
Right.
basically. Yeah.
Oh, the goat is the devil.
The goat's
Spoiler
the
alert.
devil. Yeah,
Spoiler
okay.
alert for the
Yeah.
Vitch.
For people that haven't watched the Vavitch. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta make sure. Yeah, Black Phillip
Okay.
is his name, and that's probably my favorite part of the movie too, because they dance with him. No, they didn't. That's Quantum Leap.
What?
Where they
What?
dance, where they dance with the goat.
I don't remember them dancing with a goat.
The episode where it's like a horror. It's one of the Halloween episodes, and Sam is dancing with a goat in like a hallucination, and it's super creepy. You don't remember this?
I don't remember this episode.
Oh.
You figure out what episode it is, and I'll watch it because I have all of Quantum Leap on DVD.
Yeah, it exists.
Okay.
All right.
I
saying goat-
believe you.
You saying Goat Demon just reminds me of Bandersnatch.
Still haven't
Is it
seen
supernatural?
Yes.
Because
no?
it's Black Mirror, right?
Yeah.
And is it Black Mirror all tech?
Mostly.
Mostly,
Ish.
it's not really supernatural. But it's wild. I would recommend it. Like, give it at least one run through because it does the
Choose your own
it's-
adventure.
It's the choose your own adventure thing. So it's interactive, but at certain points it does just drop you back to where it's like, okay, now you've seen how this plays out. Okay, so instead of going with this person, do you go see this person? And you can just redo your choice. And because there was another choice along the way, say yes to this, say no to this type
What
deal.
an age we live in.
It is, but it's super well done. And depending on how you go, like Audra's obsessed with it. Like she watched it like 2 more times after I fell asleep to like see different.
Is it a full length movie?
Yeah. Well, and depending on how you like, apparently there's like 15 hours worth of footage.
Jeez. So is there?
I don't know if that's true because I've seen some of the flowcharts of like how stuff goes. But in the trailer, there is a lot of scenes where it's like, okay, I very clearly did not come close to seeing this.
Is there a fucked up ending that I could get where like 5 minutes in the movie it just ends because I chose wrong?
I remember those books.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just like the end.
You're dead.
Maybe not that quick into it because I don't know. Again, I've only seen the one path. So some of the early choices very much just feel like this doesn't really matter, but you just so you can get accustomed to like, okay, this is a Netflix show that you can't just sit on your phone. Like
Yeah.
you need to be paying attention because when these choices pop up, you only have like 10 seconds.
And you're going to be confused with like, what do you do? I don't remember.
Well, not even that. It's just, but you only have 10 seconds to choose. So you have to
Do you
see
choose on your phone? Or
No, whatever,
TV
however
remote?
you're controlling
Okay.
it. So like your TV remote.
Got it.
But it's super neat. It's really well done, and it is legitimate. Like there are parts of it that really like it's like, oh, it's Black Mirror. So you're just like, oh, so this is they're making some real good points about this whole scenario that I don't appreciate. Because what if that's how it actually goes?
Well, we didn't watch that yet, but we did watch Bird Box.
You can do it, I believe.
I thought the twist ending where the box was actually made of birds was really weird.
I didn't like it because there was a bird inside the bird box, and the bird didn't know if he was made from the bird box or if the bird box was made from him. And he wanted to scream.
The gingerbread man walks into a gingerbread house. Is his house made? Is the walls made of flesh, or is he made of house? He screams because he does not know.
I screamed because I did not know Bird Box. The more I thought about that film, the more I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I see so many people complaining about how much people are talking about the Bird Box.
Yeah.
I have seen maybe 3 people actually talk about Bird Box.
It's
There's
more just the
just a
obsession.
I
bunch
see a
of
lot of
memes.
memes. Yeah.
My boss saw it. He said it was the poor man's quiet place.
Pretty much.
It's the
It's
middle.
a lot like
It
Quiet
seems like it's the
Place.
middle ground between. It's not as good as The Quiet Place, but it's not as atrocious as The Happening.
It wasn't atrocious at all. Like the movie
That's
is
a
fine.
low bar,
Yeah.
buddy.
The weird
worst
part
movie
about
I've seen in theaters.
the movie is actually a solid film. Like there's
you
nothing
watch
wrong
The
with
Village?
it. I just
Nope.
did you see it, Trevor?
What?
The Bird Box.
I have not seen it. No.
It's I think it's just us 3 over here then, right? Because Jesse, you haven't seen it either.
That
right?
is correct.
Okay.
My roommates were watching it the other night, but
It's not a bad film. It's just like I just didn't care for it, and the more I found out about it, the less I cared. Like, well, then I found out Machine Gun Kelly's in it, and I don't know why that bothers me, but it does.
but Sandra Bullock's in it,
She is.
and John Malkovich.
Oh,
I think
John
it also
Malkovich in
became
that
so
movie.
big because
What a
one
dick.
of the first few like memes I saw of it was literally someone saying the lady from Bird Box looks like Michael Jackson, and then someone else was like, "How old am I that Sandra Bullock is the lady from Bird Box?"
She did not win Miss USA and stop that bus and speed to be known as the lady from Bird Box.
To be fair, she's.
Seriously.
she is creeping up on 60.
Because someone
Is she
else that was
really?
like
Yeah,
Sandra
she's like
Bullock
55.
is like 55 or something, and someone else was like, "Did you just learn about Sandra Bullock?"
Right, and she's
It's like you go back to the 90s and just watch a whole bunch of movies.
Hunter, are you listening? You crush that crush button.
Even more
because
re-
Shannon Young loves him some Sandra Bullock. She was the girl that inspired me to be heterosexual. Because there was an iffy point.
I
You
genuinely
didn't
love.
know which way you were going to
Yeah, it could have went either way.
Hey man, I understand. Those guys from Saved by the Bell were good looking when we were young. It caused a lot of confusing feelings.
They still are. Have you seen Mark Paul Gosselaar lately?
Oh, he's
he
still
is
a treasure.
and
A treasure.
Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez, yeah. Not so much Dustin Diamond. He had
Yeah.
some. Then again, I guess he was never really
He
the
was
one
not-
you
he
wanted
was
to
not there
jerk
for the
off
eye
to.
candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was someone out there who was crushing.
Who's
on,
heavy into that?
Who was
Well,
crushing
good
on
news,
Screech.
because that's the only one that you can find a sex tape of. So
And apparently he is just a colossal dickhead.
he seems like a colossal.
Wasn't
dick.
he on like a string of those VH1 reality shows
Yeah.
for a while?
He was.
Like,
He
hey, you were
was.
famous in the 80s and are desperate for money. Come let us film you for
Come
a while.
live in a house with a bunch of other people who are desperate for money.
Yeah.
And we're famous in the 80s.
Semi-famous.
I've always put Dustin Diamond in the same box as like a Bird Box, even as a fucking Andy Dick, as just like people that I just can't stand.
Did you like the post credit scene for the sequel?
Of Bird Box?
Yeah.
No. What was that?
Trash Bird Box?
Filmed in Cape Girardeau.
I didn't know where he was going with that.
I didn't know where he was going with it either.
But I liked it.
yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I wasn't sure. Sometimes I get caught up.
The joke just goes.
You know,
just
thought
roll with it.
starts-
You know
just
what was
roll
a
with it.
fantastic film, though?
What's that?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Happy New Year, everybody. Into the Spider-Verse was fantastic.
I'm told it's great.
It is the perfect movie.
It's not the perfect movie.
the perfect movie.
All right, so I told Jesse immediately following the film, and this isn't a spoiler. You just watch the previews. But Jesse was like, "Did you like it?" And all that. I was like, "There's only one thing I truly didn't like about the movie, and that was Kingpin. He
because
was
of his the art
the
style.
art style bothered me, and then like I didn't know Liev Schreiber did his voice because I love Liev Schreiber,
Right.
but like that voice coming from that size of a Kingpin,
It was just weird.
it threw me off. It threw me off.
Everything about like the Kingpin's appearance in that movie was weird. Like it took me a minute to get used to, but once I decided to let it go because the rest of the movie was that good.
But everybody else was like, not everybody was like really anatomically accurate, like in terms of body style and stuff. But it wasn't bad. But then Kingpin walks out. He's literally just a goddamn meat boy with a head.
He is the most jarring,
Yeah.
for sure. And like,
He's just strong mad.
and
Trevor,
like,
have you seen Kingpin in this movie? Like what he looks
No,
like?
He's literally-
I
He's
don't
a
know it.
square with a head
Bones
coming
are
out of him.
coming out.
but the head is like, and so instead of his
my
head
own-
being like
my
on
own-
his neck,
It's like
It
like
looks
like-
like his shoulders
Yeah.
go up to the top of his head.
it's like tall crown.
it's like he's got
Yeah.
a yoke going over
Yeah.
the back of his neck.
And like I get Kingpin's always been huge. Like he's always been huge.
No, it was a weird design choice, but like same as Jesse, like I didn't like it at first, but as the rest of the movie was happening around me, that it's just like, okay, that is a minor complaint that I have very easily let go.
If that is my biggest complaint of the movie, I think that speaks to how good the movie is. You know, but
even like this, because we talked about it on a Nerd Up, like even the soundtrack.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's not a style of music that I.
Yeah.
Trevor's now looking at Kingpin.
What the?
And that's actually better looking than he is in most of the film. He looks even
because
weirder.
he's more boxy, and then the head is actually lower.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
a lot
there's
of
so
times
much
the head
mass.
shows up lower.
Yeah.
When he's walking, he's like almost head down, like stooped
Yeah.
down.
And you're telling me he sat in a car at one point.
See, and like
He looks like the villain on a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
A little bit.
And he
Like, he
kinda
looks like
is.
he looks like
Elmer
somebody
Fudd.
gave Thwomp a head and just and put him in a suit. Like, here you go.
But even the soundtrack isn't something that I particularly like, especially. But I can't stop listening to Sunflower.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
that
Ali
song
told me
is real
Post
good.
Malone did one of the songs, I was like, I would never listen to a Post Malone song, but I like the music in that.
Yeah.
Like, everything about the style of that film was great. I don't even like Nick Miller, and that's all I'll call him because I don't remember his name. Jake Johnson? Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'm reminded of.
That looks exactly
is
like
Strong
him.
Mad.
I think he looks like Boss Baby if he never stopped eating.
Jake Johnson's Spider-Man is like my favorite Spider-Man of all time.
He was
Like,
very
it was-
Nick Miller.
Yeah, just the older, like, kind of disgruntled, like, my life kind of sucks Spider-Man.
And it was the whole like, because like look, watching the previews, I wasn't sure how they were going to like tie in these universes. I didn't think the way that Miles was interacting with all of them, that's not the universe I thought that was going to happen in.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think that's how that was going to go. So it was the same thing. I think we talked about it on after the cartoon, where it's like, man, yeah, like I love the idea of Nick Miller as of Jake Johnson as Spider-Man, but I don't like that he like looks so schlubby and like he's given up. Like, that's not Spider-Man. So they
Are
addressed
those
that.
sweatpants?
Works perfect. Like,
Yeah.
and it's
That
like,
is
yeah,
what
he
they are.
kills
You
it.
look just like him. You're a little rougher and a little thicker.
I'm pretty sure you just called me fat.
But that's my favorite part about it is that, and we don't get, I guess we'll I don't want to dip into spoiler territory so early.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I plan
like,
on seeing it.
His version of Spider-Man, I think they even address it, is that he's older. He's like in his 30s.
Yeah.
He's almost 40.
Yeah. This is a Spider-Man that has like been through some shit. It's almost like Batman in
And that's his intro too, as he talks
Yeah.
about like, yeah, no,
How
I've been
terrible
doing
his
this
life has been.
Well, and I've been doing this forever.
and it's accurate too. It's not like some super tragedy happened. Like it's all stuff that really would happen to somebody.
Yeah, it is
And
like-
just
It's
that he
just-
didn't handle it well.
Life has hit him in not a great way.
I feel like if they had done something similar in the not Justice League, the Batman v Superman movie, where there was something to show why Batman had become the way
Why
he
he
is.
snapped, yeah.
That would have done so much for that movie.
And like you think about the time it took all of like, what was that, like 45 seconds of a backstory
To
for
give
To
him
get
a
it
reason.
through.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool, I'm here, I understand why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful.
I love those little intros.
Uh-huh. Let's start again.
Yeah.
It was
It's-
so good.
Yeah, no, it's I like that. Legit might be my favorite movie of the year.
It's definitely my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time, hands
Oh,
down.
yeah, no.
And that's saying something because I love Spider-Man 2. Like that was, I still hold Spider-Man 2 like up higher than a lot of like superhero films in general.
That was actually, that one was, you're talking about too, was Tobey Maguire?
Yeah, with Doc
Yeah,
Ock.
with Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was awesome.
I think Homecoming probably was my favorite live action Spider-Man, but this isn't just my favorite Spider-Man movie. It is probably my favorite superhero movie.
Really?
And it is probably my favorite Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
And I loved like the PS4 game was amazing. I loved that
Ooh,
story.
that was so good.
But like even the 90s cartoon, like there were some really cool things that they did with that.
Yes, it was.
There's some like the Superior Spider-Man arc. I know that's very divisive among the comic book community, but like there's a lot of really great Spider-Man stories out there, and I think this one might be, even though it is more of a Miles Morales story, it is a love letter to Spider-Man. There are so many little nods and hints and Easter eggs that I want to go see this movie over and over again.
My favorite part is that they it's better than they did with Star Wars. I know this is a stretch, but like the first Star Wars what the hell was it called? Not Last Jedi, Force Awakens. Like how heavy it was on Han Solo. And Han Solo actually played a part in that movie. It wasn't just like, oh, here's something thrown in for you. It's kind of the same thing with Peter Parker in this, where like even though it wasn't a Peter Parker movie, he
There's
was
still
such an integral part of it
Yeah.
that it felt like even if you don't like Miles Morales, it's still a Peter Parker movie,
Right.
But it's also a Miles Morales movie, and they really passed the torch well. Yeah, it's so good. It really is. I was so scared I wouldn't enjoy the hype because of all the hype, because I get that way where if something's super popular. But yeah, I smiled, and then the end credits thing was
The post-credit scene. Did you watch the post-credit scene? We never talked about it. Yeah, the post-credit scene was so good.
and not even the joke part, But even before that, because as soon as it popped up, I knew exactly what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked Jesse, and Jesse's smiling, like nodding his head, like grinning like an idiot.
Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, Shannon's gonna love this." And I remember talking. I think it was Saturday. I was talking to Shannon about it. I was like, "Yeah, no, when you finally see it, you need to stay for the post-credit scene,
Yeah.
because you were going to love it."
And I thought what he meant by that was the Stan Lee thing, where it shows the glasses and it has the quote. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's sweet, but
Why did I need to stay?
why
for
did I need to
that?
see this? Yeah. By the way, it's the
That's
Stan Lee cameo.
Cried.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
unapologetically. And I'm the person who was on the record of like, ugh, I don't want to be in the theater for the first Stan Lee cameo because like it's going in Infinity War it's going to be Endgame it's going to be insufferable.
Yeah.
'Cause people are
Yeah.
going to cheer.
They're gonna stand up and clap.
Which,
you're gonna be
thankfully-
like, "Sit the fuck down."
I was mostly
Watch the movie.
I was mostly in an empty theater, so the other people couldn't, and everybody kind of had the same reaction I did.
See, I don't want to stand and cheer.
oh.
I just want to cry.
It's like, oh dear. Okay, well, no one make eye contact. Just look at the screen. Everything's fine.
Get these
only
onions out of
I'm
here.
not crying. You're crying.
There's only like one of 3 times that I like welled up during that movie too.
I didn't do that, thank God. And probably the only part that got me emotionally, legitimately, was when Peter went to see Aunt May for the first time. Woo! You know,
Yeah.
again, I don't want to say too much, but like that one, I was like, oh, ouch. And now we'll stop talking about
So
Spider-Man.
the movie's good?
Yes.
So I should see the movie.
Yes.
We can probably go see the
Make
movie.
sure
Yes.
you go there early to catch the previews.
The previews.
You're gonna want
Oh,
to get the
God.
previews.
You'll get to see 3 full movies before they ever come out.
Got it.
To be fair, I don't know if she prayed hard enough for the kid to survive.
Oh, the
Well,
kids
since it's
survived.
had
based
to
on a true story, I could just look it up.
Well, I mean,
True.
I feel like he would have had to, otherwise that would have been a sucky ass movie.
Especially the fact that it's a relatively local true story.
That would have been a
too.
great ending if he
I have
died.
no idea what you guys are talking
All right,
about.
so
Oh,
Kid
okay.
falls through the ice.
In St. Charles.
He's
Like in St. Louis.
and this actually
okay,
happened. Like
okay.
kid falls through the ice, is pronounced legally dead.
It could
Mom-
totally happen. There's ice in St. John's.
Mom prays a lot, and then he.
Well,
like-
not just the mom.
but then there's brain activity.
community,
so they don't want to. Pull,
everybody
so
prays.
Everyone's like, no,
Tobey
he's.
Maguire, the pastor.
Praise.
Tobey Maguire's the
He's,
pastor.
yeah, he's the
No, no, no,
and
no,
he's
no,
trying,
no, no.
He's trying real hard
No.
to stay relevant because, like,
Topher
it's
Grace.
Topher Grace.
Not
Oh,
Tobey
yeah, yeah.
Maguire.
I was going to
I-
say.
The guy from
My bad.
Spider-Man 3.
the other guy
My
who
bad.
the worst Spider-Man movie of all time. The other
He
one.
wasn't an Amazing
He's
Spider-Man
Aw.
2.
This guy gets
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Jamie
Yeah,
Electro.
so they pray a lot, and then he comes back to life.
And that's and prayer is the hard hit there because everybody prays. Luke
the
Cage
a-
prays.
Even atheist Luke Cage prays.
Yeah.
seems okay.
Yeah.
It's one of
And
those
then,
trailers that like it's like it's supposed to be a positive message,
You watch
but
this
you just
and
want to
you're
punch
like,
people.
This is a
seems-
great thing to take my grandma to.
It's so
Yeah.
ham-fisted and just like
Yeah.
Over the
forced.
top. Yeah.
And then there's the trailer for the dog that runs away.
Homeward
I've heard
Bound
about
7.
this one,
It,
yeah.
it gets out, and then it befriends a cougar who saves it from wolves.
okay.
A CG cougar at that.
So I turned
I'm
to,
super excited for the Lion King prequel.
I turned to everybody and I was like, oh my god, the first, because it's all real animals, the first time you see the real dog interacting with the CG cougar is like, holy shit, that's bad. That is bad.
that is like early aughts sci-fi channel bad.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
Also,
then
does
it-
anybody want me to spoil the St. Charles kid for them real quick? Because I just looked it up.
Oh god, did
I mean,
he die?
lives.
He lived.
Yeah, no, they damn it. They would.
They would have made a movie.
Yeah, it would.
What's his name? I'll do what God couldn't.
Oh my god! They weren't gonna make that Lifetime special somehow get a theatrical release if he didn't pull through.
Right.
I like to think that they were in production when he was in the hospital, and then when he died, they were just like,
No, this was
oh
years
shit, we gotta
ago.
change the movie.
Yeah, apparently, this has been
We gotta change the
a
ending.
while.
But yeah, and then so the dog runs away. He saves someone's life. He goes on adventures, and then they show in the trailer the reunion.
She.
Was it she?
It's a she.
Okay.
Bella.
Was that its name?
The dog
Yeah.
named Bella. I only know this because I've seen this trailer twice. And yeah, it gives you the entire goddamn story from beginning to end, including like the adventures of
Just
the
go
middle.
watch Homeward Bound.
Guys, the journey is the
good.
destination. It's not about how it ended up. It's about what she did. She befriended a cougar
and stole someone's steak.
I stopped watching Lost Animal movies since Milo and Otis. I'm done.
Aw.
That's
I
the
remember
sad one.
Milo.
I mean, you
and
hit the
Otis.
pinnacle.
I was
so-
gonna say that's kind of the.
Oh yeah.
Would you consider Brave Little Toaster a lost animal story?
They're not animals.
But they hit all the
I would
same
not.
beats.
They do hit the
Yes.
same beats. It's a lost animal movie without lost animals.
with
But I like
Sears
that
appliances.
movie.
On a darker note of Milo and Otis, apparently they went through like 7 pugs when they were filming the scene where the dog fights the bear.
Oh no.
Yeah. They were like, the bears just keep killing
How
the dogs.
how is PETA not all over them?
Pikachu meme. Like,
Think about
guys,
when this was filmed.
this is
and it
before
wasn't filmed
CG.
in America.
Yeah, this is before
Okay.
CG
These
was
weren't
prevalent,
American-
so
Fair
they had
enough.
to use real dolls.
this is just
originally
the,
like in
the bear
Russian or
kills
something.
Or
the bear
French.
kills the pug. Pikachu, like the film director's Pikachu meme. Just,
Get another pug.
Why
I think we bought a 12-pack.
Why aren't these pugs killing this grizzly? This is very,
I thought we tried these
someone
pugs
tell the
better.
grizzly to throw the fight.
Yeah, apparently like a lot of animals died in the making of that movie.
It's the
God
terrible
damn.
PC game of just like, all right, who's gonna win, 1 T-Rex or 1,000 corgis? And it's just like Battle Animal Simulator, or whatever.
Send in more corgis.
Put lasers on the corgis. I need the advantage.
Well, you ruined that movie for me. Thanks.
I know, right?
Yeah, never been able to watch Milo and Otis again.
yeah, well.
Also,
This mental image of a wave of laser corgis.
No, that's an actual game where you can do that.
all I can think about is some guy tossing in fucking puppies at a bear constantly.
We rolling.
Cut.
Yeah.
Keep
Toss them in.
Just keep rolling. Don't cut. Just, if you look
I wanna
close
see
enough,
the
you can
unedited
see the
director's
body in
cut
the
of that,
background
yeah.
of one of the shots.
Why is the bear already covered in blood? In this scene, he's not, and in this scene, he is. And I'm pretty sure there's a paw coming out of his mouth. What is happening?
It's like one of the Hulu short with the
Oh, with the hug.
Pandories.
Yeah.
Pandora's.
Dory's
Pan
Pizza
Pizza
Palace.
Palace.
Pizza Palace.
It was out of my head for a while.
And now it's back.
Floaty crowny things. Wait.
I also can't watch Fox and the Hound after I read the original story.
Yeah.
Holy shit, is that thing dark?
Uh-huh.
Calvin loved that movie.
I did too. And then I was like, it was based on a book. Oh, look at the book.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Let me look up this. Yeah.
That's
no.
pretty much all of those
I
old
also love
Disney
them
movies, though.
movies. Yeah.
Like every like
They're like,
Beauty and
okay,
the
take this movie, don't read the books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cinderella, Snow White, any like Sleeping
Especially,
Beauty,
especially
any
any of the ones that are based on the Grimm fairy tales.
Yeah.
Yes.
those are
Ugh.
fucked
If
up.
you want a lighthearted Grimm's fairy tale, watch The Brothers Grimm. It's as lighthearted as you're gonna get.
From Grimm, yeah.
Yeah.
You ever watch that movie?
Yeah.
Okay, there's one part of that movie that's really fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Well,
But
yeah.
our point is, it's as lighthearted as it
Yeah, no, your
can.
point still stands.
Have you seen The Brothers Grimm?
I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember the part where he kicks the kitten into a fan and it turns
Yeah.
into a bloody goo? Fuck. That was also real.
Again, this is the most lighthearted thing you would get out of a Grimm fairy tale, like an original.
True.
Disney's fucking them. They're spinning in their grave.
Hey, Lindsay, what else did you get for Christmas?
Yeah.
Wow.
Funko Pops.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
You also got
I got Sailor Moon Monopoly, and I got seasons 1 and 2 of Voltron.
Okay, hey, just pause. I'm sorry. You got Sailor Moon Monopoly,
Yes.
and they didn't call it Sailor Moonopoly?
I know, right? But I'm mostly
idiots out there doing?
disturbed though because in it the property are all characters. They're not places.
Well, yeah,
They're
in
characters.
Japan you can own characters.
Fine.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
own people in certain parts of this world, and I'm
sounds
glad
about
that
right.
practice is carrying over to their games. It's important to keep that culture alive.
If I wasn't so, well, no, that's just gonna sound bad. I was gonna say if I wasn't so against sex trafficking, but like I feel like you shouldn't even have to say that. That should not be a point that you have to make, is you're against sex
I
trafficking.
feel like whatever you're about to say, you probably should have made that point first.
you know I'm
Listen,
not
I feel
gonna
I feel
say
like
it.
you just shouldn't. Yeah.
You're
Yeah, I'm
treading,
just not gonna say
you're
it.
treading into I'm not racist, but territory.
I have black friends, but
What did you get for Christmas? Shannon?
I got a wide assortment of chocolates.
I got a rock.
I did get a rock.
actually
I
did.
legitimately got a rock. That Lindsay spray painted gold.
I didn't spray paint it.
What'd you do? You
I
painted it.
regular plain painted it.
Regular painted it.
Brush painted it.
Oh, you're into taxidermy? No, it's just regular dead. I got a little arcade cabinet for Fix It Felix from the Wreck-It Ralph movie, which
That thing's pretty
which I'm
adorable.
in love with. Yeah, that's pretty
That's cool.
I got so much good stuff. I legitimately, like, when I opened up my gifts and I'm looking at Lindsay's gifts and Allie's gifts, I felt bad because I felt like they didn't get as good as the gifts as I got. I felt like a kid again, except better, because when I was a kid, I didn't get gifts. So, not good ones.
I was about to say that's not true. I remember a time you got a Sega Genesis.
Motherfucker. Not funny.
That's a
No,
hilarious
that's very
story.
funny.
I don't know. I laughed.
But yeah, it was a good Christmas all around, and it was a good end of the year. Now we're starting 2019, and I didn't make any resolutions for once. This is the first year I've never made a resolution, partly because I forgot to, because the medication I'm on really fucks with me.
Did you keep your resolution from last year?
Hell
I did
no.
not. I'm still
well, then
alive.
there was no point in making a new one then.
Yeah,
Yeah, I stopped keeping my resolutions, so I stopped making them.
I never started.
I don't know if
keeping my
I've ever actually
resolutions.
made a New Year's resolution.
That's good because they're stupid.
Because it's just.
Resolutions are stupid.
I didn't so much set a resolution last year, but I tried to set up like a plan of stuff that I wanted to like
That's a better idea.
get done.
Yeah.
And I didn't do any of it.
That's because I wasn't riding your ass like an army
drill sergeant?
A lot of it was
sergeant,
also art related, and if I'm not motivated to do it, I'm not going to do it.
But part of the reason you're not motivated is because I'm like, let's play the Warcrafts, or let's play the Smash Bros. Let's play the foosball.
I don't have foosball.
But this year I'm going to ride your ass like a drill sergeant. Because I also want to do better this year. Like,
What do you
going
want
to
to do better with?
mostly health.
Yeah.
I made a big stride last year when I actually went to the doctor and started getting some of the health issues under control. This year, it's going to be all about eating better, drinking better, and gym. Because I was going to the gym really well until...
Holiday.
Well, no, but when I started my medication.
Oh.
Because I couldn't go to the gym because I was so
Tired
tired and dizzy. And they told me that would be a symptom. And I didn't realize how bad it was going to be. But then I just got lazy.
Mm-hmm.
So
As often happens.
as often happens. But I really want to make an effort to like not set an unrealistic goal.
You want to do a 5K with me?
No.
Okay.
Is that a run walk or just walk?
I mean, I
Does it matter when you finish?
no.
Then maybe.
I mean,
As long as there's no expectations.
I mean, yeah.
You just do it
expectations.
throughout the year. You just walk
Well,
like
this was at one
kilometers.
time.
It's 3 miles and some change. Like 3 miles.
It's like 311.
What do you? Is it not one thing that you just go on?
It is.
No,
I was
it
making
is.
a joke.
Okay.
that you could.
Okay. Stop it.
Don't confuse him. This is a new thing to him.
Yeah. I don't know what.
He needs better shoes if he's going to do that.
Yeah.
what's
If
wrong
only
with
he
my-
knew. If only he knew
You need
someone.
better shoes if
Filas.
you're going to do that.
Hey, man, I'm right.
I know somebody that works
for
at the
3
shoe
miles.
library.
Yeah.
They can get you the hookup.
He doesn't like the hookup.
Oh.
Trying to get my wife and maybe Jesse's roommate to do a 5K with me come in probably February.
I'm just trying to get my 2 roommates to go to the gym.
What is this thing you call gym?
Exactly.
Gime.
Gime.
It's like
I
Gime.
call it the gym.
The only gym I know involves Pokemon.
I legitimately like going to the gym though.
There's no trainers here.
Like,
Let me find my stupid shuffle so I don't have headphones flopping everywhere. Then yeah, I'll go.
It's her fault for wearing these goddamn giant Beats by Dre over her head while she's trying to work out. You really need earbuds.
I have earbuds. It's the cords that flop all over
said
I,
the
was about to say,
Earbuds,
place.
not
I recommend
earbud.
getting the Bluetooth earbuds.
They're
I've
awesome.
contemplated that as well.
They have revolutionized my everything game.
They are very easy to lose. I lost my first pair, and then my second pair fell out of my pocket
Oh.
and got ran over.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I'm back to wires.
I mean, I do wires. They don't bother me.
I mean,
too
it's
much.
fine. There's only a couple of things that I do at the gym that they tend to get in the way, but
I run, so I got to do the Bluetooth.
Yeah, see, that's what I really want to focus on is the cardio, like less lifting, because I'm already a big guy and I'm a strong guy. But if I could do cardio and just burn some of that fat, that would be pleasurable to me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing really well. I started, I would do the elliptical. And when I first started doing the elliptical, I could only do like 10 minutes. And then I get these chest pains, which I think I told you guys about. And then when they got me on the blood pressure medication, by the end of it, I was going like 30 minutes plus in one stand with it. And I wanted to do an hour, you know, eventually get to like an hour or whatever. Then I just stopped going because I couldn't go because I felt so sick. And I just haven't gone back. So I really want to get back because one, I'm paying for it. That's 3 months gone by of me paying for it and I haven't gone.
and that's what they're counting on.
Yeah. But
Yup.
That's
I
how they'll stay in business. That's how Planet Fitness stays in business.
I legitimately love working out though. So I want to get back to it.
I miss it. I quit going because I got shin splints real bad. So I need to go. I want to go. One of the people that works there was telling me about Missouri Running Company. She's just like, you need to go there and get
I forgot about Missouri
Yeah.
Running Company. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to drop that kind of money, but I know I
Because
need
they'll
to.
actually put you on like a treadmill
me
and
after the
see
show.
what
Yeah.
exactly you need.
Trevor
I know
got that
a guy.
hookup.
I know because I know I need to
Got
because
that
I
hookup,
like really I
hook
just
it
need
up,
insoles because
hook
it was
it up.
because it even got to the thing where it's like, all right, I'll just do like upper body stuff. I won't even do lower body, but even just like standing
And
like
you
having
need
the
better
base,
support.
It like I could feel it just going up my shins.
Shin splints. So
Yeah, it's
Never had them. So weird.
Oh,
though.
I have.
very
I got him
lucky
in-
for
I've
you.
never had them.
I got them once in high school working at Texas Roadhouse because it was like all their floors are just like concrete, and I had real terrible. Like I bought the cheapest non-slip shoes I could find as a busser. So and like after 2 months maybe, all of a sudden I was just like, what the hell is happening? So I went and bought new shoes, and that fixed it up pretty quick. But now that I got like I have 2 pairs of workout shoes that neither of them are great for running. So I was doing a little bit like I actually ran a mile for the first time last year and for the first time since high school.
Hey,
Uh,
that's a big one.
I immediately threw up.
Hey,
Like legitimately threw up.
Oh yeah.
hey, as
Oh
soon
yeah,
as
I got like I was super dizzy and I was just like it's like I felt like I'd been stabbed in the side. I was like my body's not meant for this.
Oh, you asked my wife. The first time I finished my first 5K, I walked 10 feet past the finish line and threw up.
I made it to the bathroom.
I did
I was-
not.
I was inside at the
I
at,
made it to the grass.
at Health Point. I did not have grass. I just had things where people would have to clean up after me, and I would like to have returned.
Yeah.
Because once that happens, I'm canceling my membership.
You never go back.
And I'm changing
You
my
may
name.
moved from Cape.
The first time that I missed the notch for the
Weights.
dumbbell. So I put it uneven and it just like fell and made just the loudest noise.
And everything got real quiet right before it fell.
It did.
Yeah.
And immediately after. But people were all looking at one central location then suddenly, which was me.
Yeah.
So the fact that I still have the same name is kind of miraculous. Because I just wanted to sink into the ground.
That's where you go. Now that I
it
have all
wasn't-
your attention,
Because it wasn't like a heavy weight. It's not like I dropped it. It's just like I went to put it up and I just missed it just kind of bounced off of
Oh, I'm sure there was at
the
least
holder.
one guy, some meathead, that was like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
couldn't even lift that
it's,
thing.
It's the guy who, as I was feeling good because I started to see some progress and was like, I had just done more on shrugs with just barbells. And I was like, all right, I feel pretty good. And then he walks up, picks up those weights and starts doing lat raises. That was like, okay, well,
Was it that one like ridiculously buff guy that was there every time we went there?
which one?
There's one in particular that was the biggest dude that I think I've ever seen in person.
We had that
Younger or
person.
older?
Medium.
Because this was the younger guy.
medium age. I'd say medium to medium well in age.
I mean, I would just put him at like late 30s, so it kind of
No,
depends.
this was a younger guy.
Okay.
This was very much a gym bro
Oh, okay.
who was always there.
We had someone like that.
I never
at,
see them work out though. There's like 3 of them,
I
and
hear
they're
them
always
grunting.
there, and but I never see. They're always talking. They're always in like a corner talking or like around one machine.
Well, no, they don't go there to work out. Are you kidding? With the plebs? They have a home gym. I mean, don't get it wrong.
Well, like the guy that I'm talking about, he was there every time I went there, and I didn't go the same days. So I'm thinking he was just there every day.
I would like to do that.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I would like
Yeah.
to be a gym rat. I don't have the time.
This dude was always super nice to me. Like he helped me more than a couple of times with some stuff. But yeah, like I just looked at the dude. It's like, yeah, that because like Asa's story there, like he wouldn't do it to be mean to Asa. Like I could see this happening though. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, he is done with those weights. I'm going to take them now
These
because
are-
those are the ones that I need for my workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what it was. Like I genuinely don't think there was any ill will. Like he's not just like, oh, look at this little scrub. All right, I'm gonna show him. Like I don't think it was that at all.
That's exactly
seem-
what happened.
Because they seem very nice. They do seem very nice, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never encountered like a douche when I was at
There's
Health Point
only-
or Planet Fitness for that matter.
There is only one person that I actively dislike seeing when I go to Health Point.
And is
And
it
he-
yourself?
I mean, well, okay, so
Oh,
there's 2
yeah.
people that I actively dislike seeing.
Those mirrors are not flattering.
But there's one who looks like,
I like the
Kmart
mirrors.
Billy Hills,
Jesus Christ.
and like, which by the way, happy birthday,
birthday.
Yeah.
Billy. But he has had multiple loud arguments on his like he's got the Bluetooth headphones in. He's had multiple loud arguments in the weight room, just pacing back and forth, yelling about something. And he will like
with a person.
Or at the weights.
no, like
to
he's-
himself,
Or
like,
get
you
you
know.
like
Well.
he's on the phone.
Oh.
Okay,
But,
he's
like-
not like psyching himself up then.
No, and then but he does but he's super loud as well.
Yeah.
Like and it's just like unnecessarily like
Yeah.
Just missing all forms of self-awareness.
Exactly.
See,
Apparently, they kick you out of Planet Fitness for doing that.
yeah, Planet Fitness is pretty. The only thing I see at Planet Fitness is like people will just half-ass get on the machine and kind of slowly push while they're on their phone. But it's not really a serious exercise place, you know. Now, when we were at what were we at before that? Fitness Plus. Every time I went, there would always be somebody lifting weights, and every time they lift, they do the
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing. Like all my time at Health Point, like granted, I always went there really late, so there's only like 4 other people there anyway. And most of the time, like I said, it was the same 4 other people. It was the quiet Asian guy and the quiet Asian lady, and then like super buff guy, and then there's always the old guy that plays ping pong. But either way, yeah, like it's always the same, like 5 people.
There are
and
the
none of them
there
are
are the regulars.
and none of them are ever like were ever the kind of guys.
And even going like, because I started like I changed my routine to where I was going earlier because I just got too bad about if I got home I was taking a nap, which is the opposite direction of what I was working for. So I started going like right after work, and even then like when it's super busy, it's not. There are some people, but at the same time, like when I look at the weights they're putting up, it's like I can't really fault you because that isn't an amount that people are. You are not doing what the human body is designed for.
Yeah.
You have clearly worked to get here.
Well, I mean,
and your
Bob-
body is shutting down underneath this this enormous weight.
Bob had
I'm
to-
giving you a and even then, it's not the like it's not Punisher.
Oh, everything he
Netflix-
did.
yeah, it's
Punisher
not-
scream.
Not Netflix Punisher.
It's just more of like a
yeah, like grunting is fine, but yeah, but like this guy goes over the
It's a heavy
top with
poop.
it.
Like I used to just grab the biggest weight I could just because I could lift it, and I do one and be like, done. And Bob taught me, he's like, you know, it's better if you do smaller weights and actually do something. So yeah,
He might be onto something.
he might be onto something. That is my goal for this year is health.
Health?
Health is my health and creativity. As much as I love doing this podcast with you guys, and I love you listeners, this was not what God put me on this earth for. And everybody's been praying for me to start writing again. So I would really like to do that so that someday I can have a movie starring Topher Grace. He's not going to play me. He's
Shoot
just
for
in the
average,
movie.
huh?
Trevor, as we get out of here, what's your goal for 2019?
Mine's similar. I'm trying to get down to my high school weight. Was it?
I think I am at my high school weight, and that's what bothers me.
Fair. Okay, mine was less. I want to say mine was like 170. I think I was in high school. And I went to the doctor the other day, and she was like, "Yeah, that'd be a great weight for you." I was like, "Okay."
I had to drop like 70
I didn't
pounds
have
to
to
get to
say
my
it.
high school weight.
If I was 175, I would basically be a Funko Pop.
I would have. I was a wee little lad in high school. Like, there's no way that's some. I have gotten
Yeah, I was a
seriously
stick.
ill.
Yeah.
I've seen
If I-
pictures of you. You
Yeah.
was a stick.
Yeah.
You was a stick, man.
I was.
You'd have to
that's-
get cancer to get down to
that
low.
would not. It
don't
would
hope
not
for
be
that.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to get down to like 170. I usually go on some form of like diet January and February of the year. Like I give up alcohol and like I do a sober February. Find it's a good thing to do. And I think I want to do a Tough Mudder this year because that was what kind of kickstarted my health last time. And I think I want to do. I did a half Tough Mudder, which is 5 miles, 13 obstacles. And this year, I think I want to do a full. So yeah, that's my
Trevor-
goal.
Is the
Trevor's
full
one
is the
Tough
full
Mudder.
one 10 and 16 or 10 and 26?
Do what?
Is the full Tough Mudder like it's just
Yeah.
it's 5 and then 26 obstacles as well?
I forget how many obstacles. 'cause
I didn't know if
some
it
of
was
them
like
are
because it's
reused.
sometimes like the half is not
half.
necessarily half. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Half
Okay.
is like 3/4. and-
Yeah, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, so what about you? Oh, sorry. No, Trevor, you please go on.
That was
please
it.
go on.
That was it.
I'm so sorry.
That was all I had.
I mean that's pretty much the same
I hit him with the hand on the shoulder.
because like I got
I
I
feel
mean,
so
Hey.
I got out of Red Lobster in 17 technically, so that was my big goal. Pretty much every
So you're
year.
like said, you're like done. I'm
Pretty-
good now.
yeah, it's like all right, well, okay, now I don't actively hate my job.
That's
what
good.
what do now? So no, I mean, but it's a similar thing. Like I started going to the gym last year. I want to get back on that. But again, it's not like a New Year's resolution. It's just like I've been wanting to get back to the gym for weeks now.
Right.
Uh,
Same.
but I know no matter how hard I work out, I can't I can't outwork my diet.
Bad. Yeah.
So that's one of the things I'm excited about potentially getting this new apartment is being able to actually like have full access to a kitchen to be able to like meal prep and stuff.
We did that
Makes a
once.
difference.
When I first went to the doctor in February of last year, it's almost been a year since I guess almost died. We didn't know at the time. We really ate healthy for like a month or two.
It was longer than that.
It wasn't. And then,
And then the pizza
it
came
just
back.
felt
then the
longer.
pizza.
Not for Shannon.
Well, to be fair, a lot of it was because I can't cook, so I rely entirely on Allie and Lindsay to cook for me. And when they're busy, as they often are, then Shannon has to order the Taco John's and the Pizza Bells and stuff.
I mean, YouTube is a thing, buddy. That's how I learned to cook.
No, I cooked once and I put the fork in the microwave. So.
All right. I'm gonna give you the sage words of Kevin Schinkelberg.
I love him.
Cooking's not that
powers that
hard.
be.
It's just heating shit up.
I thought you were going to say I'm going to give you the book my wife gave me for Christmas.
You ain't ready. You ain't ready, man.
Shannon helped me cook once, and I just
I
had
like
him.
the story already.
I was making a dish where you have to cook chicken in the skillet first, then you put it all together and you put it in the oven. And so I was having him brown it in the skillet, and the entire time I'm working with the other stuff, he's going, "I am ruining this. This is the word. Why did you have me help you with this? This is gonna be awful. I'm
To be
ruining
fair,
everything."
he used to do that with laundry as well.
I'm sensing a trend here.
I think he's just faking it because if you're bad at it, you don't get asked to do it.
That's a Garfield technique.
Are you
ain't it?
are you like Homer Simpson where he pours the milk over the cereal and all of a sudden just
It
flames
catches on fire. I punch the microwave and I put it in and then try to turn it on.
To be fair, you have never set anything on fire.
That's not true. There's that building in... Oh,
cooking
oh.
in cooking.
Let's stop there. Jesse, what about you?
Huh?
What are you looking forward to do in 2019? What's some goal? What's some goal?
Oh, I do have one thing that I'm excited, which it's happening in less than 2 weeks that I'm terrified about. Is like my first in-ring interview
Oh, yeah, with Marco.
with Marco.
Stunt.
Ooh.
Well, it's not your first... Well, I guess it is.
It's not my first in-ring segment.
Yeah,
that
first
wasn't
ring interview.
because I'm not because it's the same, like Billy gave me shit too because
Yeah.
it's like so that it was like no that was my first in-ring appearance,
Yeah.
but that wasn't an interview. Like I introduced Jeff, asked him a question, and then he just talked. This is going to be an actual like back and forth interview.
Right.
So I'm excited to be able to do that. Like 2018 was cool because I got to do more stuff. We all got to do more stuff.
We evolved in
with
CCW.
wrestling, which is stuff that I've like always wanted to be able to do.
Yeah.
So
I just hope we don't
excited
burn
for
it
that.
down. That's always
Burn
my...
it
Like,
down.
okay, sort of off topic of what we're talking about here, but my biggest fear with CCW is the more influence we have on it, the worse it will do, and then it will be all my fault. That everyone will go, remember CCW? Yeah, it was good until fucking Shannon got involved. Then everything went downhill. That is like a huge fear of mine.
But that's your whole goal.
Not...
You want to bring down CCW,
But not really. There's...
you can be
Hey,
successful.
so it's kayfabe. Jesse, goal.
I mean, there's the obvious health stuff and whatnot, but I should have a lot of my debt paid off by the end of 2019.
Oh, look at
My
that.
student loan will be done.
Yeah, my loans are just beginning.
They get $60 a month until I die. That's the deal.
That's pretty much what I have going with my student loan.
died?
I give them a little bit more than that, but not much.
My old friend, Trevor, my dead friend Trevor Camp, or my new friend Rusty Shackelford.
I've killed Rusty Shackelford.
No, Rusty
he's-
Shackelford
he
wants a pizza.
My alias will always be Jimmy Fitzsimmons.
Hi, Kirk Waters. Good to meet you.
Wait, what?
Different Kirk Waters.
Oh, okay. I got
Yeah,
you.
no, don't worry about it.
Huh? Yeah, because I've seen the Kirk Waters Facebook page.
No, that guy's a freak.
I would not associate with that individual on this podcast.
He means Inkling.
He wants to make kids with a squid.
I also want to try and do some more with this podcast. Like really get some like good sponsors. Like I say, good sponsors. Get some sponsors with like
Look at you,
with actual cash flow.
stamps.com. You're giving it to everybody.
I would like
Give it to us.
That's like kind of in the same vein. Like I'm super excited to finally which we need to finally just set a date to be able to do like the first real taping for
Yeah,
the Smash
absolutely.
stuff. Because that is something I am super excited.
Me too.
About.
Well, I mean, I get less excited about it the more I play everybody. But it's going to be
realize
fun.
that-
I went like
Power
0-6
pools
against
deep.
Jesse
I was
earlier.
about to say,
It's fine.
Oh, I know I'm
you were
there to be a
solid
jobber.
Second place.
You're a taco.
I'm a placeholder, thanks.
So we can't say anything right now, but we do have already our first big interview lined up for the year. And I'm talking about like this. Last
I'm
year,
so excited.
Last
Oh my
year
gosh.
was big. We had, I believe, Ian Dallas was last year, right? Or was he
no,
2017?
that was 17, I think.
I think it was 2017.
But I know for a fact last year was Jerry Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
We had Jeff Hardy of all freaking people on the show. So this year we've already got our first big one lined up. I'm so excited. I'm hoping that we're going to have even bigger guests.
It's one of those-
We can't say it yet. I know that's a tease.
That's one of the things that it's like it's very much I I will believe it whenever we're sitting
When it
across the
happens.
table or
'Cause that's what
however.
we said with Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
They tell us like, "Are you guys ready to interview Jeff Hardy?" We're like,
And then Jeff Hardy walks in the room. You're like,
Then he
Well, no,
sits
it was-
down. He stands
yeah.
next to us. We're like, "Oh my god, it's Jeff
Well,
Hardy!"
even then, like-
we had no idea.
Even like the weeks
Should've
before,
worn different pants.
even the weeks before, we're just like, hey, would you want to do? It was always, would you want to do this? And it's like, yes, of course. And it's the same thing. It's like, hey, would you want to interview this person? It's like, yes, of course.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we're not
But
brain
it's
dead
one of those.
donkeys.
It's one of those things. Like, we'll see what happens.
Allie, what about you? What do you look forward to at Christmas time?
Well,
Nope.
You're really fast forwarding.
2019.
well, it's weird.
You're out of
because-
school.
Yeah, my goals for years has been to get through school, and I'm finally through school.
Yeah, you're not going to feel like you're through it for another 3 years.
not gonna feel like what?
Oh my god, I wish there could have been video of Allie's face when she said that because I just went.
No.
But I guess my goal is to, because a lot of people when they go into school for
Have babies.
art, no, they go into school for art, they get out of school and then don't make art.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go do stuff like make beer.
So my goal is to continue to make art.
It is.
And I stand by that goal.
Yes.
Yeah. Lindsay?
Mine is also art related. I want to do the stuff that I didn't get done this past year, like actually finally getting my Etsy site up and running and paying attention to it and keeping it going so that maybe I can have a little bit more of lucrative flow from my art.
And health.
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah.
I hate working out.
Doesn't matter.
I don't like
You
it.
can work out or you can die.
It got.
It hasn't killed me yet.
That's not a good way to look at it.
That's how I
Doing this
It
meth
doesn't kill you till it does.
I very much did not become a person who enjoyed going to the gym, but once the habit hit, it got to the so when I had to stop, I did. I don't know if I
I feel
missed
like if
actually
I had a
working out.
different job, I wouldn't mind doing it because so often I come home and I just don't want to do anything.
But
Being on your feet all day can
I
make
work
you
in
not
P-ville.
wanna-
You want to jog together?
no.
But that's the problem.
Thank you for
is,
the offer. Then.
like I keep telling Lindsay, and it's like you always wait for that perfect moment of like, well, if I had this, or if I
I
did
know.
this, then I would do it. But
Yay,
like those moments will
excuses.
never come.
That's
No,
also-
they
you
You
won't.
have to seize the day.
That's one of the other things
Carpe
that I got
diem.
for Christmas.
Magic
the
carpe
carp.
diem.
Seize the carp.
That's one of the other things I got for Christmas. Is actually like real because I got a lot of practical gifts this year.
I got
Which are-
undies, which I'm
which
wearing
are-
right now.
Which
All
are
of them.
the best kind. You're wearing all of the underwear
All
you
of
got.
them. All the colors of the rainbow.
Just in case. Most because like Jesse got me a phone, like a extra phone charger and cords, which I desperately needed. So and they've already proven handy because I almost let my phone die last weekend because all I was doing was playing Assassin's Creed, which we need to have a series of conversations.
Talks later.
And I realized I was like, I need to go get my. No, I don't. There's a cable right here. Plug in and continue. But I got a decent sized gym bag, so now I can just like in the morning have my here's my gym clothes ready and what I'm gonna wear after the gym, and then I can just go straight to the gym from work.
Yeah.
Because that little period of I'll just sit down
Nope.
and look
done.
at one thing and be like, and I'm not gonna.
And then 2 hours later.
Yeah. Like I tell myself I'm going to go to the gym tonight after they go to bed because they go to bed relatively early. But lately it's been all like Smash Brothers and like Red Dead. But I would like to go to the gym. Even if it's just a little bit. Just something. So I feel like I'm trying.
Yeah.
You know? New
I mean,
year.
don't get me wrong. I want to feel better,
New
but
you.
I just don't like going.
We got to put the work in. A wise man once said you got to pay the cost to be the boss.
Hey, guess what? I'm lazy.
Well, that didn't get anybody anything.
I will say I did have I got more energy. Like when I was going to the gym, I felt like I had.
Yeah,
more
no,
energy.
I know.
Once
Once I
you
start
better.
doing it, I'll feel better, and I know I'll feel better because in the past I have felt better.
Yeah.
It was
and then we
nice.
just
It's just-
stopped doing it.
getting over that initial hump of.
It was nice walking
Getting there.
upstairs and not getting up to the top stairs and going like,
Oh, when I
You know?
that first election when I was running,
Oh,
going
yeah.
up and down the stairs every time someone came in, like that would have killed me. And I told Kurt, I was like, yeah, I would not have been able to have done that if it wasn't for the fact that I'd been working with him.
yeah.
That's the main reason that Tom always works those because he's like the only person in that building that can consistently go up and down those stairs that many times.
I reached out to Kurt, by the way. I said, help me. And he said, we'll talk. So
He'll set stuff up. for
he
you.
is a beautiful man. I've known him for years since I started working at Gaming Grounds, and he is just a fantastic
He's so
fellow.
perfect. He pretends to hate The Office,
Yeah.
so that he lets people think he has a flaw.
That's sweet of him, really.
It really is.
That makes him even better.
His apparent flaw is that he just lacks a sense of humor.
Although
is what he says.
Although I completely disagree. I talked myself out of that conspiracy theory because that implies that Kurt is willing to be dishonest with anyone.
And
it's just kind of like, yeah, maybe that doesn't work.
It might just be that The Office was overrated. You know, I don't know.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I guess questions.
I'm saying that as someone who loves The Office, especially before Steve Carell left. Even the later
seasons before Steve.
But didn't
Carell
Will
left.
Ferrell take over after Carell left?
He was in like 2 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just a little teaser. It ended up being James Spader, who
I love James Spader.
Who has the best line in the series.
Yes.
When he's talking down, trashing Andy,
Such
you
the
don't
best
even know my real name. I'm the fucking Lizard King. Because he's so scary, you believe him a little. Robot California. Because he was announced to play Ultron. That's when they... because it was like not... It was roughly... He wasn't still on The Office, I think. But
no, it was not been a while.
But it wasn't long after that he got the Ultron
It was a couple years
later.
later.
No, The Office is great, but it is absolutely overhyped. Same as Friends. Like, I think Friends is the most overhyped show.
And Parks and Rec. And just about every show.
Back up. Parks and Recreation is the perfect television.
Just about every show is overhyped. Except
if Community had ended.
Except Married with Children.
Season 3.
Married with Children is the most underhyped. It needs to be more hyped. More, I say.
Does it?
Damn the man. All right, we got to get out of here. We're well over the time period. We're going to have to go back in time to 2018. And,
why would you say those words to me?
Shit, I forgot. I'm so sorry.
Asa hates time travel.
Well, he'll get it right.
New Year's same me. Oh, maybe someone will not rely on a hacky trope to get themselves out of bad storytelling.
Hey, I'm a fan of good storytelling.
You are
I like
time
mountain
traveling
monsters.
right now.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Jesus, no, we're
but
done.
I'm not going back in time because I wrote my characters in a way I can't get them out of. Time travel. Everything's fixed. Hey, let's put some laws in here that, hey, if you time travel too much, everything breaks. Minor inconvenience pops up 3 episodes later. You know what'll get us out of this mess?
He's not going to stop. You have to stop the show.
Just in the
with
show.
no consequences.
Just in the show.
Nothing
Shannon.
happens to anybody. It's garbage. Time